we are all here today, here is some information you might find interesting. Her Majesty Queen Victoria was born in London on May 24th, 1819, the only child of Edward, Duke of Kent, and Victoria Maria Louise of Saxe-Coburg. She succeeded to the throne at the young age of 18 and reigned over the British Empire for 63 years and 7 months, from 1837 to 1901, making her the longest reigning British monarch. Now, Queen Victoria's birthday of May 24th was declared a holiday by the legislature of the province of Canada as early as 1845. It wasn't until 1952, however, that the laws of Canada were changed to establish the celebration of Victoria Day on the Monday preceding May 25th, thus creating a long weekend. The following year, in 1953, Queen Elizabeth's birthday celebration was also moved to coincide with Victoria Day. That is why each year we celebrate the birthday of Queen Victoria on the same day as that of her great-great-granddaughter, Queen Elizabeth II. Now, before we move on, as some of you, if you've been going through the village, you've been listening to our radios. And we're very thrilled that actually the Queen's speech is going to be recorded by Radio BVM today, and it will be played throughout the rest of the season. So those of you who were unable to, those people who were unable to attend will be able to hear it on the radio. Now, that's a lovely use of technology, but Queen Victoria herself had a little brush with new technology. In 1878, she met a gentleman by the name of Alexander Graham Bell and tried out his new invention, which of course we all know as the telephone. In her diary, she wrote, "A Professor Bell explained the whole process, which is most extraordinary." Now, it didn't end there, because remember, we're talking about radio today. And in 1932, her son, King George V, made the first radio broadcast. And he broadcast his Christmas message. That was the first royal broadcast, and it has continued almost every year. And then we moved on, and her grandson, George VI, had his coronation televised, right down to Queen Elizabeth, who started the royal website in 2002. So the royal family did always try to keep up with technology. But stepping back now to 1925, I'm very pleased to introduce to you the Reeve of Burnaby Village Museum, Miss Jeanette Steele.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, residents of Burnaby and visitors. It is my pleasure to be here with you today to celebrate the 194th birthday of Queen Victoria, our longest reigning monarch. We here at the museum are very happy and honoured to have this rare opportunity of having the very object of our wishes actually grace our village site. Ladies and gentlemen, please recognise the regal presence of our monarch, Her Majesty Queen Victoria. Welcome to Burnaby, Your Majesty. On this, the occasion of Her Majesty's 194th anniversary of birth, we salute our great and glorious Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, to Her Majesty Queen Victoria.
Everyone together, hip hip!
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
In this year of 1925, please raise your heads to the flag of Canada, the Union Jack, and join me in singing our national anthem, God Save the Queen. Gentlemen and boys, please remove your hats. Remove your hats, please.
Save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen, God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us, God save the Queen.
Thank you, everybody. That always makes me feel so proud of our young country and of our devotion to our glorious monarch. Without further ado, I humbly introduce to you, using her full title, Her Majesty Victoria, by the grace of God, Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, Empress of India, ruler of the British Empire, and defender of the faith. Your Majesty, would you please address your subjects?
Good afternoon, everyone. It is indeed our pleasure to be able to attend this festive event held in our honor. At 194 years of age, it is indeed our pleasure to be even here at all. We only wish that our beloved Prince Albert, Prince Consort, could be here with us today as well. Since his death from typhoid fever in 1861, we have worn nothing but black in his honor. We do appreciate those who have taken on this fashion in honor of our dear Prince Consort. We are still very pleased to see that our Dominion of Canada has named one of its most recent provinces Alberta, and indeed its most beautiful Lake Louise, after our fourth daughter, Princess Louise Caroline Alberta, Duchess of Argyll, the wife of Canada's Governor-General, the Duke of Argyll. We were equally pleased that our third son, Prince Arthur, Duke of Connaught, served as Governor-General of Canada a few years later. He had the pleasure of visiting Burnaby in 1912. You will, of course, remember his youngest daughter, Princess Patricia, who gave her name to that famous Canadian Army regiment, Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry. As to politics, we are happy that through our prime ministers, we were able to assist in ensuring that most men were granted the right to vote. However, we remain firm in our belief that women are much too fragile to bear such a burden. Dear subjects, we receive your birthday wishes with warm affection and regard. Please do come to greet us in this bandstand for our annual levee, where you will be presented to us by our ladies-in-waiting. While we never did have the opportunity to meet Mr. Robert Burnaby from Woodthorpe in Leicestershire, after whom this lovely village is named, it will be our pleasure to meet as many of its citizens and visitors as possible on this wonderful day. Thank you all for coming to celebrate our birthday.